Hello, everybody. Welcome to 4 Deep Sports Talk here at the news station, 1320 AM Attleboro. I'm Justin Ferreira, and now a quick word from our sponsor. This segment of 4 Deep Sports Talk is made possible by the generous support of Diesel Direct. Diesel Direct, the national fuel resource in 46 states, boosts a fleet of over 900 fuel delivery trucks. 4 Deep Sports Talk would like to congratulate Diesel Direct on its 25th year anniversary. Thank you, Diesel Direct, for your unwavering support, helping us provide a platform for high school and youth athletes in southeastern Massachusetts. And now, we are here today with the Bristol Plymouth Cheerleaders for today's show.
All right, so let's have you guys introduce yourselves first.
Hi, I'm Avery Blazer. I'm a class graduate of 2024. I've been cheering for 3 years, and I was captain my senior year.
Hi, I'm Emily Rulo. I'm also part of the class of 2024. I've been cheering for 2 years, and I was a captain my senior year.
Hi, I'm Jaden Bastille. I've been cheering for 3 months, and I'm also a part of the class of 2024.
Hi, my name's Ariana Haskell. I've been cheering for 3 years, and I've been captain my junior and senior year, and I'm also class of 2024.
Hi, my name's Verena McMullen. I'm a rising senior, and I have been cheering for about 7 years.
Hi, I'm Alicia Thorne. I'm a rising senior, and I've been cheering for 8 years.
Hi, I'm Brooke Logan, and I'm a rising senior. I've been cheering for 3 years.
Hi, I'm Liliana. I'm a rising senior. I've been on the team for 3 years, and I was a junior captain last year.
Awesome, guys. Congratulations, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. You can call in, everyone listening back home, 508-222-1320. The state champions are in studio. You can watch them. If you're listening on the radio or on the podcast, you can watch them in studio via the YouTube page and Facebook page on WARA. This show will be edited for Access TV and put on Telview Connect later in the week. And I don't care who goes first. I don't know if you guys flipped a coin or something.
Well, you just pointed to me, so I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. What's the best part of cheerleading?
They just froze, Coach.
Yeah, go for it. All right. I'd probably say I like the environment of being on a team and the relationships that you build over time. That's probably my favorite thing and the best part of it. And like the relationships we build with our coaches and the school and each other.
So I wanted to add to that question. So for you young guys that just joined Coach's team, what was your first impression, like just to practice alone going into the first practice? I was curious.
So I've never cheered before until
Okay.
high school, so it was very different and a scary experience, but Ms. Holst was very welcoming, so it's been a great time.
That's cool.
Also, my mom was a graduate in 2002, and Ms. Holst was her coach, so I can continue on her
Nice.
legacy. Yeah.
Any other younger guys have any thoughts on that? I was just curious,
So I had been cheering before, but I'd never did like Pop Warner cheer or anything like that did like cheerleading. I did like All Stars, and that was more like different, like a different type of routine than the game day routine. So it was like very different for me to like try and do the different aspects that I hadn't been doing before. So it was a little nerve-wracking trying out because I was like, oh, I've never done this before. How is this going to work? So, but it's way better than the other thing. I prefer this way better.
It worked out perfect.
Yes.
Right? Absolutely. All right, what do you got, sir?
So I just want to know, like, what got you guys into cheer? Because you guys have been doing this everyone's been doing it for a different time. I heard someone say 9 years, and then I heard someone say 3 months. So, like, what kind of got you guys into cheer?
Jaden, you go first. You're the youngest. Go ahead.
So I've been doing this for 3 months, and Coach saw me at my dance recital one year, and she was like, I gotta have him on the team. So she kind of wrote me in, and my senior year in the winter, I kind of wanted to just try out and see if it was what I was hoping for, and it was really just coach and my friends that really got me into cheer, and I wouldn't regret doing that choice. It was amazing being on the team.
Tell them about NCA, how you were.
Oh, also I was scouted by an NCA staffer.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool. You guys can clap if you want. It's all right. Coach, hey, wait. Coach, why don't you come down and just introduce yourself? I mean, I know you've been on 8 zillion times, but it's always good to hear your voice.
Hi. I would like to say that when we got off the stage at NCA Nationals in Texas, we were accosted by a group of staffers who all wanted Jaden to cheer for them at NCA. They were like, wow, you must have had a lot of training. And I was like, yeah, about 5 weeks. So that's how talented he is.
Well, congratulations, young man. That's awesome. So I wanted to just go. So this stat here, Coach bailed me out like she does every time she comes on, with the stats of this fantastic program, and just to look at some of these schools they went against. So they beat the second place opponent by at least 20, and this is the fall schedule. And some of the schools they went against Wacona, South Hadley, Arlington Catholic, Neshoba Regional, Norwell High, Bishop Fenwick, Shepherd Hill Regional, Medfield High, Keefe Regional, and I mean the difference between the 10th place team and the first place team, of course, being the Craftsman of Bristol Plymouth, was at least 60, maybe 70 points. I didn't do the math off the top of my head, but they beat the second place team by 18 points. If I'm doing that right, no, actually more than that. And then in the winter sport, some of the teams they went against: Leominster, North Attleboro, Worcester Tech, again Arlington Catholic, Oliver Ames, Braintree High, and I know I'm going to pronounce this other one wrong, Tenashachqui region. Tintasqua. That was overdue. I usually get them right. So they beat Leominster by 9, not including the 10th of a point. So you guys really dominated. Coach, did they realize how much they dominated in this once it was all done? Or are they always this humble? I was just curious. Let me get you to the mic. Let me just slide her over. I want to get her.
I'll come over by.
Please.
Hello, Jaden. So they are always humble, and we were chatting before, you and I, that they had to, when you go first or second, when you perform for a state tournament, you usually don't score as well because the judges are told, you got to kind of hold something back for the next group. So for the fall, we had to go second, and for the winter, we had to go first. And they say it's always a blind draw, but we always seem to be 1 or 2. And so they had a flawless routine, but I think you guys were all nervous going first, right? Yeah. Like it was very stressful, and they know that they're the ones to beat, and anything that they do for one season, everyone's going to kind of snatch for the next season. They'll be like, hey, those are our body flags. Hey, we did that first. So, but,
Yeah, but they still have to compete to what you guys did. I mean,
they're
you
all
guys
about
set the
perfection and
precedence.
routine. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they're great athletes, good humans.
Good. I mean, that's awesome. I'm looking at some in my mindset as a sports guy. I'm thinking, so they went first. They set the bar at 175.9. That was the raw score. And then Leominster had to compete. I mean, it doesn't matter what props you bring. You still have to get it done on the mat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a kudos to you guys. And again, no disrespect to these other high schools. I mean, unfortunately, they came in second. It is what it is. But if you guys want to continue, I just want to make sure I get that stat out there. I don't know if we're getting that on TikTok. I know Catherine's going to come back in this break. Are we good to?
Yeah, we got like 3 minutes.
I do want to say that North Attleboro did a really great job for the winter. I was very nervous about them. So
Okay.
Patty Johnson, you still rock. You guys were awesome. Just saying.
Oh, so the winter one was in North Attleboro.
Well, we went against North Attleboro.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was going to ask you, maybe the girls can explain us to how they break that down. I know you just mentioned a little bit about it, but that's really cool. I'm looking at this, I'm like, these are some friggin' awesome stats if you're a coach.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. All right, so why don't you guys continue on? I'm sorry, I'm a stats guy. I love that.
Well, I wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, somebody asks on TikTok when. Maybe this question is for Coach. When are you guys gonna play Dighton Rehoboth?
Are they
Like for
talking?
football?
Is that what they're talking about? Do they say? Why don't you answer them back and see if that's what they're talking about?
Are you talking about football or basketball?
Or baseball, or softball. That's crazy. All right, go ahead. I mean, it'd be nice to get more of a question, more of the question. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe they'll answer back. Go ahead, Nolan.
Okay. What's the hardest part of cheerleading?
You old people, you should answer that.
Are you serious? Cheerleading is that easy?
It's gotta be
You
a lot
know,
of hard work.
No, it's hard, but I just can't like think of anything at the moment that like made it hard because everybody that's like in this room right now
Yeah.
is like the reason that I am like I still did cheer.
So you have a normal routine that you get done with, right, to get ready for cheerleading. Is that kind of safe to say, I guess, if that sounds right? Because it doesn't sound like it's too hard now because she, in her routine, set you senior guys up for, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's not hard anymore. Is that safe to say? Because you
Yeah.
know what's going on?
Yeah. She makes us very well prepared.
Yeah.
And she won't send us on the mat if we are not comfortable doing something, which
Nice.
I appreciate because if you look at any other team, the coach will put skills that will make the routine harder.
Right.
But Miss Holst makes sure that the routine is like clean and that we're ready and prepared. So.
Okay. So we are getting ready to take our first break. If you want to call in 508-222-1320. We have the state champions from Bristol, Plymouth Cheerleading. We'll step away. Again, you can call in 508-222-1320. If you listen on the radio back home, just go to our website, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. We'll be back with them and more right after this.
You guys don't have to be scared of them.
My junior year of college, I decided I wanted to be a truck driver.
So my uncle, he works here for like 40 plus years, and he said, choose Diesel Direct, don't go nowhere else.
Lo que me inspiró a mí fue mi hijastro cuando él se graduó con su CDF.
I was telling my stepdad and my brother, hey, this is probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. And I was showing them the type of income that I was making. The equipment that we have at Diesel Direct is the best.
I aim to go in the big unit, the tractor trailer, so I'm trying to work myself up.
I never really had a career before this, but I just want to do my job well and be accepted. And I feel like a lot of people, that's all they want, right? And you definitely get that here.
Hello everyone, it's Catherine, aka KC here, back with 4D Sports Talk. First off, I would like to thank those who have joined our TikTok live to going over this Bristol Plymouth cheerleading. Yeah, you can send gifts if you are able to, and tap and share this live as well.
All right, any other questions? No questions?
No.
All right, so if you want to dive in.
So I have a question.
Oh, yes, please.
I
go
have a
ahead.
question.
I'll
take this one.
All right, what's up,
Take
Jay?
this
You're
one.
going to borrow
Is
your
that
mic for a
okay?
minute. Sure.
Hello, girls. Welcome. So excited to have you in studio. So my question is, this is Lucy Cabral, actually. I know I haven't been here in a little bit with other activities, but I'm just happy to be back with the team, co-hosting this show. So excited to have you in studio. I want to know, what does it take at the beginning of the season to get ready to defend your titles?
I'd say we do captain's practices in the summer, so we'll teach all the new people the cheers. We'll go over questions. We also do summer tumble, so we'll go to a gym and work on progressing our tumble because that's a big part of cheering game day is tumble and clean tumble. I'd say also we do a lot of kicks. We do a lot of jump drills. We do one drill where it's like a partner drill, and you'll hold your partner by the waist and then help them jump to get like a feeling of how they get better jumps in a way. So that's another part. We do a lot of like motion drilling. So like everyone gets in a line, hit a high V. We make sure everyone's high V looks the same. Do that with every motion. That's all I can think of. And stunts also, we stunt. We'll start with preps, make sure they're clean, go to extension, then we'll work on full arounds. We work on a bunch of different stunts, and we try to see what the team's ready for that year. So if everyone's hitting a full around, we'll try to go to extension with that. Or it just depends on what everybody can do as a team to make sure everything is clean for the season.
That's awesome. You can tell she's been on the radio before. Right?
Yeah.
All right, if you guys want to dive in, Jay, what do you got?
I've got, will you keep going with cheerleading? Are you going to keep going with it?
What I'm doing next year, is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Or,
basically, will you keep going with cheerleading?
So I'm going to URI, and I'm going to be cheering as well. I currently have a knee injury. Yikes. So in my first practice, 5-hour practice, craziness. I was running. They had us at the end of practice. We had to run a mile during it. We had to do a bunch of different stunts, a bunch of tumbling. And at the end of practice, we had to run up and down the stadium bleachers. And then every time you get to the bottom, throw a standing tuck.
This is at URI?
Yeah. They're D1.
I would never do that.
And so when you come down from the bleachers, you have to throw a back tuck. And on my 10th one, I landed hyperextended.
Ouch.
And so I'm currently waiting to go back to see if I have a partially torn meniscus.
Oh.
So I'm resting right now, taking a break, but I definitely am going to cheer in college.
Is this a cheerleading scholarship or an academic scholarship?
I'm just cheering there. I made the team.
Okay.
It was
congrats.
like a 3-day tryout.
That's
but
awesome.
They're pretty good there.
Because I've seen people get college scholarships on cheerleading.
Yeah, URI's not, their school doesn't consider them a varsity sport, so they're a club sport.
So they're not there
they
yet.
can't offer scholarships.
How about you guys? You guys doing any more cheerleading after this? Coaching, maybe helping out coach, helping out Pop Warner or anything like that?
Okay, so
Yeah, brag about it.
We want to hear.
You gotta twist his arm or something.
I'm trying to get them on the team, same thing.
I'm going in Salve Regina to pursue a career in dance. So that's different than cheer, but yeah.
Congrats.
That's my plan.
Are you psyched?
Yeah, I'm really excited to begin this new journey.
Now, what do you want to do for a major? I forgot to ask you that too. I'm sorry.
I'm doing dance as a major. They have a major.
Nice.
In dance, yeah.
What about you, young lady?
Salve is a great school.
I'm going for supply chain management, so I'm planning to work federally. Once I get my bachelor's, I'll work federally in supply chain. I don't know what area I want to do yet, but I want it to be within that field.
Now, what about you girls?
I'm also going to the University of Rhode Island, and I'm going for my Doctor of Pharmacy.
Oh, that's cool.
Tell them what number in the class you were.
I was number 1 in my class.
Really? That's so cool.
Yes.
That's cool. We got a smarty pants in our
Yes. A lot of dedication.
I'm also going to URI, but I'm going for nursing.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
Great.
That's cool.
Great.
That's cool.
So the rest of you have a legacy to continue
Right.
here, huh?
So I don't know if this is going to dive into your question, but I want to ask the young girls, what did these 4 people mean to you coming into this season? What you must have your own opinion. Just won't say nothing bad though.
You should take that, Lily.
Yeah, I was curious because they're such good people,
So I started the team with these seniors. They were sophomores, and I was a freshman when
Yep.
Ms. Holst took over our team. So I've always really looked up to them, even though they were underclassmen with me. And last year, I was a junior captain while they were all senior captains. So I really had to try my best to be at the same expectation as them. And I just really looked up to them for everything, and they were helpful in cheer, outside of cheer. Like, I could go to them for anything.
Awesome.
And I hope to be like that next year as a senior.
What about you three girls? Anything come to mind? If it doesn't, it's cool. I just thought it'd be nice to get your input.
So I came into cheer my sophomore year, and they were all like big role models to me, and they were always there for anything, like inside of cheer, outside of cheer, and yeah.
Okay. At least you're honest. If nothing comes, that's fine. Nothing comes to mind. I was just curious. How about you, young lady? Anything come to mind?
I mean, I feel like we all like are on the same page about like everything that like Lily and Brooke said, because I like I've been looking up to them since freshman year, because we all started at the same time. So like we really bonded over that, how we all like started at the same time, because Miss Holst wasn't there their freshman year, so they weren't on the team because they didn't feel like they wanted to try out because she wasn't here.
Gotcha.
So it was like nice that we all could like start at the same time, and we kind of bonded over that.
It was the end of when their sophomore year and their freshman year was just coming out of COVID too. So
Oh, yeah.
So
We didn't have
really
sports.
yeah, they had like fall 2, I think, when these guys were freshmen, which wasn't really like.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got, old man?
So I'll go a little back to cheerleading. So how do you guys go about like trusting each other? Because I've seen it, like you guys just throw each other and catch it. I feel like that's ridiculous. I wouldn't be able to trust people. How do you guys kind of build that trust as a team?
Go ahead. Where's the flyer?
So I'm a flyer, and it's really a lot about trust and like just like trusting them a lot, because they know what they're doing, and they've been on the team, so they've done like a bunch of stunts before, and yeah. I don't really know what else.
No, that's whatever you say is right. I mean, you know what you know.
How like they don't just start by throwing you. They start,
So we do like a lot of drills, so they don't just start by throwing me in the air. And they always like teach like the younger ones like what to do and how to be a good stunter. And usually start with like a prep and then progress from there on.
Nice. So there's little stages to build that confidence in how they go about it, mechanical-wise, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can I add something to that?
Please.
When we do start out trying new stunts with new groups, because at the beginning of the season, it's kind of like seeing who works with who the best. We have this thing called spotters. So if your group isn't going, you stand around the group that is going, and you make sure that you're spotting for everybody. So if like it doesn't work, it comes down, you catch the flyer, you catch whoever's like falling, you catch them. So it also, I think, helps build trust in that way that someone's going to be there to catch you. It's not like if anything were to go wrong or you're trying something new and it doesn't work, people are going to be there to catch you. It's not like you're going to like fall on the floor.
Right. Okay. You guys,
Did you
anybody?
ever have that fear that someone was not going to catch you?
No, I didn't, honestly. No, because I don't know, I just trusted them with everything in me, and yeah.
We really focus on safety. If something doesn't look safe, I'm like, get down.
Yeah.
Good. Good. 508-222-1320 if you want to call in. We promise we won't hang up on you. As we have the Massachusetts State Champions, we still have a little bit before we go to the second break, right?
Yeah, I'll say one more before break.
Please.
So it says a lot about how close the team is if you never thought anyone was going to drop you or anything like that. So is a lot of that like you guys are just such a close team? Like how do you guys become such a close team with a lot of people and a lot of different personalities and things like that?
Yeah, like spaghetti night, a pizza night or something, the bond, you must do something.
We do like this thing before games. It's called Circle of Love, and you like go around and like one person starts and you like say something about the other person that you love about them and how they like are good to the team and just like things like that. And then you go around and then the last person gives the first person love, and it's just like.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
So
it's kind of like Duck, Duck, Goose, but.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But it does build confidence and trust in your teammates.
Right. So I need you to get closer because he's picking you up. Thank you. Because he's picking up every other word on the thing. Yes, please.
We also do potlucks before every game. So we have big and little groups. So basically, like, we will be with younger people on the team. And each group, it gets assigned what they want to bring to the potluck. So everyone brings something, and then we all just eat together, and it's like a whole bonding thing.
Nice.
We also go to cheer camp, like, over the summer. And we stay over, whether that's in a hotel. This year we're staying at UMass Amherst. So that's a whole bonding experience because you have to, like, share a room with them, and, like, we're responsible for them. So you always have to look out for people.
Yeah.
So this is a really big bonding experience.
How many people are they throwing in a room? 4? Something
They
like
haven't
that?
given us the list yet.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
curious. I was just curious.
It depends.
They can be like 4, 5. It depends if we're. I mean, we haven't been at camp on a college campus since pre-COVID.
Okay.
And so sometimes they'd say, like, there's 3 in this room, 2 in that room, and it's like a suite. But we've never been to UMass Amherst, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious how that all works. That's pretty cool. You guys probably enjoyed it back in the day. You guys did it before, obviously, right? You seniors and stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead and your next question. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't want to cut you off, but
No,
we
you're
have to go
fine.
to commercial. You're listening to WARA 1320. We're here with the Bristol Plymouth girls cheer team. We'll be back with more after this.
My junior year of college, I decided I wanted to be a truck driver.
So my uncle, he works here for like 40 plus years, and he said, choose diesel direct, don't go nowhere else.
Lo que me inspiró a mí fue mi hijastro cuando él se graduó con su CDE.
I was telling my stepdad and my brother, hey, you know, this is probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. And I was showing them the type of income that I was making. The equipment that we have at Diesel Direct is the best.
I aim to go in the big unit, the tractor trailer, so I'm trying to work myself up.
I never really had a career before this, but I just want to do my job well and be accepted. And I feel like a lot of people, that's all they want, right? And you definitely get that here.
You're listening to WARA 1320 AM 4D Sports Talk. We're here with the girls gymnastics team and sorry, the Bristol
Still
Plymouth
new,
cheer
he's
team.
still new.
Yeah, we're still on an internship here. So you guys have won 4 MSAA titles in 3 years. Just seeing that is extremely impressive. So what was the hardest part of winning 4 MSAA titles in 3 years?
I'll answer that. So I think a lot of it is practicing and repetition. We meet pretty much every day. We have Mondays off, and then Fridays are usually our games. But other than that, we are practicing with each other for 2.5 hours. So we're constantly doing our routine, reworking it, figuring out what works, what stunt groups work, and what's going to be the best combination for our routine to win. We are constantly adding new props and stuff, so there's constantly new additions and changes so that we can perform our best and be our best to win these titles.
So props, meaning what kind of props?
So some of the props we have are body flags. We also have big flags that are on these long poles. They're metal poles. And they get Yeah.
We ran out of money. We needed electrical conduit from the shop.
Yes, we have megaphones. Everyone has palms. And we have many signs, lots of different types of signs, circular signs, rectangle signs. We have huge hammers that are used. And yeah, I think that's all of our props.
Yeah, to put that all together, that's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, just to get everything down, that's crazy.
So, Coach, do you normally come up with the routines? How does that work? Choreography of it and...
Yeah, we just kind of discuss, as I always have the juniors and seniors, and we discuss like, what would you guys like to see this year? What are we good at? What are we not good at? And then we don't have a band, so Miranda's dad he's retired, right, from that job. He was like
he was a high school band director.
So I asked him, what's band? Like, what do we use? So we end up, then we'll just kind of think of what we want, and then, I just put it together. And then sometimes in my mind, it looks different than when they do it, and then I'm like, no.
All the papers.
Oh, there's papers everywhere. It looks very crazy. And then when I saw on NCAA Nationals 2 years ago that these college teams had body flags, and so I asked one of the moms, I don't know what this is, but can you make it? And she did. And then I had these two. It was like, take these home, roll around, see if you get tangled in them, and let's see if we can use them.
Oh my God.
And they did. You guys did a great job. They sent me videos. Like, look, we did it. I'm like, all right, those are going in. So, yeah, it's a collaborative effort, but there's always a little bit of editing,
Now, what band did your dad direct?
He worked at Durfee High School in Fall River.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a big school.
It sure
Yeah.
is.
A lot of kids to direct their music. That's crazy.
So he retired.
He's still working with music. He works in the Fall River district still, but he's going around middle schools and teaching like lessons.
Who's your dad?
Matthew McMullen.
Okay.
Just give me a nice shout out there. Thanks, Matt. Good job.
Shout out to Matt. No, I was just curious as to, I know Jaden, is it? You've been on the team, what, 3-4 months?
3-4 months.
Oh my goodness. What is it like combining your dance skills with cheer? Is it really different? Are there things that you can bring to the table to make a routine more, I don't know, exuberant?
There's definitely things that I can personally combine, or like anyone can combine from dance and cheer. Especially we learn dances for games, and definitely that is something you can bring your dance experience to the table. But it's also very different from dance and cheer. Cheer is a lot of hard and sharp motions, and dance can be many things, but definitely each position in cheer is always something to hit. You always have to hit it perfectly, so you make those clean and fine movements.
Yeah, there's a lot of strength in cheer. I get that, and a lot of creative movements in dance. We were talking at break about the different organizations. I mean, basically, you guys cheer all year round. What are some of your favorites, and what other organizations have you cheered for?
That's a great question.
Go ahead, Jaden. Oh, me? We cheer football. We cheer basketball. For football, we're home and away games. We cheer all of them. Basketball, it's only home games. And then we also do pep rally. We do parades, lights on. We also, before like states or anything, we'll do showcases. And we've had like the DR Pop Warner cheerleaders, like the younger girls, come and they showcase their routines too. So we definitely do a lot. My favorite's probably football season. I like that we get to like travel on the bus and go to away games, and also that's like homecoming season. We do the homecoming parade, homecoming game. That's probably my favorite season. Oh. So this year at the pep rally, it's on YouTube.
Oh, check it out.
We did a flash mob. So we did it to the Barbie movie, to that song. And so we all started performing, and we each did, we had a football player who was our partner. And so we taught them like an 8 count or 2. And then we had like teachers and other teams that came out during like the flash mob part. So after we did it with like our football players, we started clapping, and then anyone who had a pink wristband on would come out onto like the mat, and they would all do the dance with us the second time around. So the school really liked that. I think that a lot of people thought it was super fun. And then we also do our own pep rally performance while we're there too, where we stunt, we tumble, we dance, everything like that.
Wow, that's awesome. That is really awesome. Other organizations, Coach, you were mentioning other than parades, veterans.
This year they volunteered it was in Taunton at the Veterans Hall for the Army-Navy game, and half of them dressed in Go Army, Beat Navy, cool. And the other was, Go Navy, Beat Army, and they did like cheers, and the veterans really liked it. Yeah, it was cute.
No, the other thing, Coach, she gave me, I just wanted to get this out there. So the scoring's split up into 4 different categories, right?
Yep.
And she wrote it down because she knows how I can be, I guess. One was band dance, the other one was situational chair, O to D.
Offense, defense.
Offense, defense,
for your
thank you.
football coaches over there.
Right, holler back, and then fight dance. So all of these 4 different categories have to be, is it your right word, unified or together to make. Is there a time limit on that?
Yeah, you can't exceed 3 minutes for any of it, and if you do, it's a point deduction. And for a lot of the restrictions, like for the last component, which is fight, you can only have 3 consecutive 8 counts of stunting or tumbling, and if you go over the 8 count, it's a 1 point deduction for every second that you go over. So it's just important to be cognizant of the rules and the restrictions and making sure that we can get it all in that amount of time. I do have vintage DJ software, and sometimes their band music is a little slow, so I pitch that sucker up so they can get they can get more stuff in. Yeah.
That's a lot. Coach Shriver couldn't be able to coach this, I'll tell you that right now.
Oh my God, I hope he's not listening.
I hope he is, because I'm trying to get him on, because now that he's a new coach, but I said it, not you. I've known Roger over 10 years. I used to coach freshman football with him when I first started. And Roger was always, I was kicked back, but you know how Mr. Shriver is. He wants to teach, and he's the same thing as a football coach. Great guy. We're trying to get him in to, get his insight. He's a new coach, head football coach over there at Bristol, Plymouth. But I just thought I'd pick on him. He might be listening. You know, Coach. I'm going to send this link out to him. There's certain part of the. Oh boy, what do you got? You got one more?
Yes. I've got, is training to be a cheerleader hard?
Anybody?
I'll take it.
Thank you.
I imagine that it is.
I think people excel at different parts of cheerleading. Obviously, there's the dancing aspect, the stunting, the tumbling, jumping, and it's harder to work on those parts that you're not as good at. So that's hard. And also another hard aspect is getting everyone at the same timing. So that's part of why the repetition is good, because everyone has to have motions that exact angle as everyone else. The wrists have to be turned the right way. So it's hard to get everyone in sync. So that's definitely a hard aspect of cheerleading.
Okay. So my other question is, now Jay, you made the winter team, right?
Yeah.
So looking at the list and seeing who you guys were going against, being being athletic as you are and a sports fan, because this is a sport, when you looked at the roster, the teams you were going against, and I wanted to get an opinion from everybody, was there a certain school you wanted to go against that you think that would set your level? If we can compete with them, we have a chance. Was there any certain school that you looked at? As you guys personally, any of them? Maybe no, maybe yes. I don't know, because when you play sport, I used to always worry about playing Blue Hills when I coached Bristol, Plymouth, right? Because
still a valid concern,
right? So I didn't know. I didn't know if there was somebody, when you guys went into the winter one, was there a certain school you wanted to compare or say, if we can do our thing, I'd like to see how they do compared to what we just did. You know what I mean? Is there a certain school that comes to mind for you guys?
Leominster and
Okay.
North Attleboro.
Okay.
Because they're just like really good and their motions are really sharp and they're all like together.
Right.
So they were definitely like a scare for us
Right.
to go up against.
Anybody else that thinks of a school that comes to mind, like you just said, that you were hoping to compare to or go against?
I know that past years we've been kind of neck and neck with Tri-County. They've been up there with us. We've been kind of going back and forth, who's going to win first, who's going to win second with them. This year we didn't compete against them. They didn't compete this year, but last year that was definitely my thing, was like, who's going to win, us or Tri-County? Like, that was our thing.
I was just curious. I don't know if you guys, maybe you just didn't care, like, whatever, we can do our thing anyway, it is what it is, and it can happen. All right, with that being said, we will take our last break. When we come back, you can call in 508-222-1320. The Massachusetts State Champions are here from Bristol, Plymouth High School. We'll be back with them and more right after this.
My junior year of college, I decided I wanted to be a truck driver.
So my uncle, he works here for like 40 plus years, and he said, choose Diesel Direct, don't go nowhere else.
Lo que me inspiró a mí fue mi hijastro cuando él se graduó con su CDF.
I was telling my stepdad and my brother, hey, this is probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. And I was showing them the type of income that I was making. The equipment that we have at Diesel Direct is the best.
I aim to go in the big unit, the tractor trailer, so I'm trying to work myself up.
I never really had a career before this, but I just want to do my job well and be accepted. And I feel like a lot of people, that's all they want, right? And you definitely get that here.
Hey, welcome back. You are listening and watching 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station. I almost messed up the numbers. 1320 AM WARA and online, 4deepsportstalk.com. I want to get this out there. I'm actually stealing this from Lucy. So this next question is, before we forget, let's get the shout-outs to your family, friends, people you want to give a shout-out to so you won't get in trouble when Christmas comes. You mention them on the radio. So why don't we do that? Because we only have like 10 minutes left anyway.
Avery, you start. With
Yeah, please.
Okay, I just want to give a shout out to my mom, my dad for being at every competition and every game, my brother who got me into cheerleading, nice. My sister who has been there, and my boyfriend for coming to every competition as well.
Cool.
I want to give a shout out to my parents and my brother. He went to pretty much every game. Also, my aunt and uncle are watching, so shout out to you guys and my boyfriend.
Nice.
I want to give a shout out to my mom for always supporting me, and always my grandparents for coming to everything.
I'm going to give a shout out to my mom, my little brother Wyatt, he's 3, he's probably listening right now. Miss Holst, definitely. Mr. Labita, our athletic director, Mr. Mosier, and Miss Gannett, they're our administration, Dr. Magohays for letting us go to nationals, and my boyfriend.
None of them have names, just boyfriend.
Right.
I just want to give a shout out to my mom and my dad and my family for always supporting me and letting me do this, because if I didn't have them, I wouldn't be able to do this. Yeah, I already shouted out my dad, so.
Good job.
I want to give a shout out to my mom and my dad for going to every single competition and game, and my brother. He actually went to almost every single game this year. So
I'm gonna give a shout out to my mom and my dad and my sister for getting me into cheerleading also, because she used to be on the team, and my boyfriend and his family.
I'm going to give a shout out to my mom. She was also on the team when she was in high school, and she got me into cheerleading. And she comes to every game and competition, and I'm just so grateful for her.
Oh, Ruthie.
And my grandma, Ruthie. She's also there. Nana.
Coach, you
Yeah.
should have made a list.
Yeah.
Give me the cheat list. Coach, you want to shout out to anybody?
Oh, sure. I want to shout out our athletic director, Mr. Labita, and our administrators who always let us go to things. You remember back in the day, it would take like a pardon from the Pope to
Yep.
even get anywhere. And this administration really supports them all the time. And a shout out to my husband. Thanks for letting me be a coach. I know they take up a lot of time.
Who was do you remember the Demora girl? This was
course,
years
Kaylee
ago.
Demora,
Kaylee
yeah.
Demora.
Yeah.
She used to say, if cheerleading was any easy, it'd be football.
We don't say that anymore.
We don't say- I thought that.
We don't wanna get canceled.
I remember. I was just get done with the freshman practice, and she came out of your practice, and you guys were in the gym, and she was soaked. And her mother, we got a call coming in, and then I said, how'd it go? I said, how'd it go? She said, Coach, if it was any easy, it'd be football. I thought that was so cute. Right on. We have a call. Hi, you're first on 4 Deep Sports Talk. Do you have a question for the guys?
I do have a question.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Put the headsets. Share the headsets so you can hear.
I'm just wondering, how do you guys think you guys got all your championships? What led you to winning this championship again?
That's
I
a
heard her.
great
It's
question.
Haley. I heard
That's a
her.
great.
She asked. Oh, she was a senior on the team last year. She's one of my best friends. Yeah, she was a captain as well. So she basically asked how we went about winning and how we went about like gaining the championships. Does anyone else want to answer it? I feel like I'm like taking the mic.
That's
no,
all
it's
right.
okay.
You got it.
Oh,
You got
okay.
that. You got that.
I'd say definitely it's a lot of almost like trusting each other in a way. Like before we go on a mat, we always tell each other like, you're gonna do good, level head, don't stress out, because if you don't trust somebody else to do what they're supposed to do while you're competing, then you're not trusting yourself either. If everyone does their job right, we execute the routine perfectly. And when you start to doubt people or doubt yourself, that's when it's not executed.
Hi, you still there? Hello?
Yes, I'm still
Do you have another question for him?
That's all I have.
That's all you have. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, Haley Boo.
We won't tell anybody who you are. That was a great question. I'll tell you, you know, as you were saying that, I was thinking about the YouTube video Coach just showed me. I mean, you guys were like spot on. There's a lot of, I mean, not just trust. I mean, you guys were determined. You could tell you guys were on a mission, and you have that. What's that?
We were hungry for it.
Oh, you guys were definitely hungry. Oh, we have another call.
I love this.
Yep, hit that. Hi, you're next on 4 Deep Sports Talk.
As you were saying that.
Hello.
I was thinking,
Hi.
Coach just showed me. I mean, you
I
got.
just got to turn on your radio, hon, or the TV. Thank you.
I just did it. Okay, sorry.
No, that's fine. What's your question?
I don't have a question. I just wanted to say something. I'm
Okay.
Emily's mom.
Hi, Emily's mom.
And one of the best decisions that Emily has ever made was to try out for this team.
Awesome.
I am so grateful to Mrs. Holst and the entire team, and I am so sad that her cheer career at BP is over. So thank you, Mrs. Holst, and the entire team, and all the parents that I made friends with over the past 2 years.
You can still come to the games, Paula.
Your return. Oh, thank you for the call.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're
Bye.
retiring?
No, because Emily's, well, I've retired a couple times. But
Yeah,
I'm
I-
not retiring now. No, but Emily is graduated.
Right.
So.
Oh, that's what you probably
Yeah, 'cause
meant.
the family would always, the whole family, the brother, the parents, at any time. Like if I would break something, I wouldn't even be like, how do I fix that? I'd say, Emily, where are your people? Give this to your dad. Can your dad fix this? And he would.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I'm like, oh my God, that's breaking news. We got to post that like we did. I'll tell you, when the John Paris thing broke out, that took off on social media when we posted that.
I know.
Coach Paris. What else? Do you have any more questions?
I got through all mine.
You got any more?
Yeah, I got one more. I told you guys this, and you said it was a good question, so I hope you had time to think.
Oh, no.
If you could do this all again, you could go back as freshman. What is one thing you would tell your freshman self?
Oh, that is a good question.
Great question.
You old people want to go first?
She's still
Go ahead,
hesitant.
Avery.
Remember, no matter what you say, it's the right answer. You're educating us.
I will admit, my sophomore year, I was definitely nervous because looking back, I have gained so many skills that I didn't have sophomore year, and I didn't even think I would make the team. So I think if I had to tell my younger self something, it would just be confident and just do it because you're going to have fun no matter what, and I do not regret anything.
Nice. Awesome.
I would tell my younger self to not be so shy and to branch out to people and not be afraid to talk to the older people and the other people on the team.
I would definitely tell my freshman self to join the team earlier than I did.
All that time. He was in my English class. Do you know how awkward it was? I was like, hey, you want to be part of my team? He's like, here's my homework.
That's funny.
Yeah, I would definitely say to join the team earlier because it was definitely an experience that I'll never want to take back.
I'd probably say the biggest thing is kind of take it all in more because I feel like it went by so quick and I didn't take it in as much as I feel like I should have. Like, by the time it was over, I was like, what the heck? Like, I just started. So
Right.
for you guys, definitely take in every small moment for your senior year and, like, let it sit. Don't just, like, whatever, next thing.
I agree with you on that because I feel like I was just a freshman literally yesterday.
You are.
So it's like weird that I'm going to be a senior, and I would just tell myself to be more confident in yourself and don't like second guess anything. Just, yeah, that's really what it is.
Perfect answer.
If I could tell my freshman self something, it would probably just to be not so like, don't be so nervous and hard on yourself. Because my freshman year, I was like really nervous for tryouts because I didn't really have any of the skills that I have now, but I progressed and I'm more confident in myself.
Awesome.
What I would tell my freshman self is to join the cheer team because I didn't freshman year. But joining the team my sophomore year was the best thing ever because this team is really just like a family, and I love it.
I would also tell my freshman self to not be as nervous because I feel like when I'm nervous, I don't perform as well. So if I just did it for fun, I'd do better like freshman year. Now I've kind of gotten past that and I can control my nerves, but freshman year, I would be so nervous before even a game or the competitions especially.
Awesome. So I can speak for all of us here at 4 Deep Sports Talk. Congratulations, and we thank you for coming. It's good to see you. I know the radio station, WARA, they think the same thing. Great job. They're probably a little, well, we're in Attleboro, so they don't care about you beating up on North Attleboro. Unless this one here, she's a North Attleboro girl. How much time do we have left?
A minute.
A minute left. And that's all I get. Oh, so we're going to edit this show. I'll send the link over to Coach. It'll be on our YouTube page. Going to be on most of the Access towns, especially in Taunton. And
Get that flash mob video.
I already sent it.
yeah, you already sent it. So we're gonna. Well, once you get it edited, we're gonna get that done. But again, congratulations, you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Now the hour's over. Now you start talking. Typical, it's all right. And I think that's it for everybody at 4 Deep Sports Talk. We hope you enjoyed this hour. And we have had the privilege of highlighting the 4-time Massachusetts State Champions cheerleading squad from Bristol, Plymouth High School. We will catch you next time. And I'm trying to wind this up before we go off to you. What do you got, 30 seconds?
Yeah, 30,
I'd start
25.
singing, but they'd run out of the room. I don't want to scare anybody away. As they do their Photoshop and get it all in there, that's awesome.
Photoshop.
We will catch you next time. Everyone have a fantastic weekend.
Four Deep Sports Talk would like to thank its supporters, including PTU Clinic. Find out more about Bridgewater and Buzzards Bay's newest physical therapy clinic and what they have to offer at ptuclinic.com. Adria Restaurant and Banquet Facility located at 436 Oak Street in East Bridgewater. Visit adriarestaurant.net for more. Diesel Direct, your reliable source for fuel delivery. Log on to dieseldirect.com to get more information. And by the New England Knockouts, Brockton's brand new Frontier League baseball team. Get your tickets for the inaugural season today at knockoutsbaseball.com.
This has been a presentation of 4 Deep Sports Talk, where high school and youth athletics come first.